If you are a total beginner and want to start editing in Adobe Premiere Pro, this is the right video for you. In this video, I'm going to take you through how to start and complete a project in few minutes.
Audio Jungle.
Hi, my name is SSB Otaru, and do not forget to support me on this one. Like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, then turn on the notification bell. So come back and let's get started. Now, before you start any project in Premiere Pro, it is highly recommended that you set up your file directory. Now, make sure you find a location in your computer and create a file directory. In this file directory, I call project file, you're going to see the media files where you have a folder for your audio, your images, your sounds, and your videos. And here, if you go back, you'll see that there's another Premiere Pro files right here. This is where I'm going to be saving my project file extensions. Once you boot your Premiere Pro like this, you're going to see to your left a new project and open a project. These are pretty self-explanatory. The new, start a new project, and the open, if you click, will navigate you to where you have saved your previous projects and you can open them right away. And to the center of the screen, you will see your most recent worked on projects, the file type, the time which it is opened, and the extension, and also the file size. So let me quickly take you into starting a new project. Now you click on new project. This is going to pop up an interface where you need to enter your project's name. I'll just say beginner. As a beginner, you leave everything as default and then you hit OK. Then you'll be greeted with an interface like this. So let me quickly take you through the basic interface in Adobe Premiere Pro. First, right on the top, you will see the standard menu bar where you find the file, edit, and all other options you can find right here. The next line here to the left, you see the home button. If you click this, it will take you back to the home like this. And you can close it and continue with your project. And you have learning where if you click, you can simply start learning and go through what Adobe Premiere Pro holds for you right here. And you can see the assembly tab, the editing tab, color tab, effect tab, audio tab, and so on. So let's go back to the editing tab. Now to your left side of the screen is your effects and control. And to the next tab right there in this interface, you'll find the audio interface and so on. So these are the two basic that you might be needing, that you will be needing as a beginner. So down right here, you will see where your projects are being held. You can see the media, and also you can see the libraries and the info tab, and also the effect tab, and so on. You can see if you click this drop down, you can see other options right here. If you click on the effect, you will see all the effects and transitions right in this place. So let's go back to the project. Now to your left side of the screen is where you find essential graphics. This is for advanced user or a basic user. You can just simply drag and drop any graphics here into your project and then add the title. At the part of this tutorial where we'll be working on a project, we will take a look at that. You can also see the Lumetri color where you can correct your colors and then add feel to what you want your videos to look like at the end of the editing. At the center right here is where you find your preview window. Once we create a sequence in few minutes time, you will see that this is where you'll be able to preview all what you'll be working on the project. And right below it is the timeline holder, and you will find other tools right here that you can use to edit your clips on the timeline. You see the pick tool, the razor tool, the all other tool, even the pen tool, the hand tool, all the text tool is right here. So now let me take you through how you can edit a video from beginning to the end. Before you work on Adobe Premiere Pro, you need a sequence, which is a composition in Adobe After Effects. To create any sequence in Premiere Pro, you go to File, then go to New, and then select the new sequence right here. You can also Ctrl N to do the sequence. So simply name your sequence You can name it whatever. So to the left side of this dialog box is where you select what resolution and frame rate you will be working on. So there are some few right here. You can open any of them and you select whatever preset you want to work on. So I want to go into the red folder. You can see the 1080p folder. You see the 1K folder. Each of these folders also contains similar folders. So let's expand the 1080p. You see this is 1080p, 16:9 and 23 frames per second. And you can see another one here, 16, so on and so forth. So I'm going to select the 30 frames per second. However, if you go to the setting tab right here, you can manually enter what your frame rate you want it to be, and resolution. I also save that. We will not cover that in this tutorial because I want to get you started quickly. So let's go back to this. You can simply select a preset right here, then name your sequence and then hit OK. This is going to automatically create a sequence for you. Like I said, this is where you can preview. And now a timeline has been opened from the sequence. So let's import our first file. To import file right here, you can go to File and then go to Import, and you can start navigating to where you have saved your files, or you can simply hit Ctrl I to import, or Command I if you are using the Mac. So you see, now we have navigated to where we have set up our project directory earlier. So we can now select the video folder and then import these two videos. Hit open and then your videos will be imported. You can then drag them individually into the timeline, or you can select both and drag into your timeline. Right here, you can expand your timeline by holding the knob right here and pull in or close up. It is that simple. Now, if you hit the spacebar, you can start previewing what you have on the video on the preview window right here. To cut a video into two, you simply select the razor tool right here, or you hit C on your keyboard to activate it. Then we find where we want to cut. So I want to cut right from this, and I want to stop my cutting right here. Then I will go to this point and cut again. So what I want to do now is to select this one and delete that. If you hit the spacebar or the delete button on your keyboard, that is going to take that away. So I want to show you some simple thing you can do once you have split your video. You can either add transitions or do some effect on this. So I'm going to right click on this video. You will see that there are so many options you can work on right here, but I'm going to take you through the speed and duration option. So you click on speed and duration. I want to increase the speed of this to 200%. You can also do the opposite by slowing that down. Then you hit OK. That is going to open a space here. Select this, drag it into to close. Now, if you preview this, this is what you're going to have. You'll see what your editing is like. Now, let me show you how you can add transitions. For instance, you want this to transit. Instead of just cutting and switching to this next video, we can add a transition. So you simply go into these arrows right here and go to Effects. So let's go into the transitions. You can see some other transition right here, 3D motion. So I'm going to expand that. It is almost the same thing with all of that. So let's just select this cube transition. Then you place it in between the two videos. You see, it gives you this transition. This is pretty simple and self-explanatory. So if you select your video right here, on the top left corner of the screen, this interface right here allows you to control some of the motions of the video, like the position. You can adjust the position. You can see on the preview window, the position is adjusting, and you can adjust the scale as well. You can scale in, you can scale out, and like in After Effects, these things are pretty keyframeable. So if you understand the After Effects, this is going to be pretty simple for you. You can also see other parameters, rotation, anchor point, and all other, even opacity. You can also use shape tool animation on any video. If you understand After Effects, you can translate that knowledge right here. So now let's see what you can also do on the Lumetri right here. If you select any video or clip on your timeline, you will see that you find the Lumetri. right here, and you can change the mode and all of that. The color will change. You can just adjust all your colors right here. You can increase the black, even decrease the saturation and all of that. So if you don't want to make any changes, you can just hit this to reset everything. It will reset to the default. Now let me show you how you can add emotion graphics and text. So you can just say right here, maybe you want to add a text right here. First, you switch this to the project manager window. So you go to file, you go to new, you go to legacy title, and then you select. So it is going to pop up this where you can enter the name of your title, then you hit OK. So it is going to give you this option to switch to the modern this and that. So I'm going to simply hit OK right here. So you can see here, you see the text tool right here and some other option you can use to modify whatever you're gonna put in here. You can also scale this up. To the right here, you see some other parameters where you can adjust. So let's simply type in right here whatever we want to type. So you can change the color of your text and the font. So if you want to change the font, you simply come right here to the font family. You can select, type in your font that you want to type in right here. So you can type in your text right here. You can increase the font, but let's change the color so that we can see what we are doing. We're going to change this to a sharp blue or yellow. So let's go into what you can see. Okay, let me go with red. Now you can see your colors. So if you want to increase the font size, all of that is right here. You can increase the font size. If you want to align it to center it to the left side here, this is the align button. To the bottom side of the window right here to the left is the align button. So you can also set the track. If you want to expand, increase spacing between letters, all of that, feel free to explore the remaining of these options right here. So we're going to leave it at this and then close this window. But yet your text will not be on your preview window and it's not in the timeline. You need to select it, click and drag it into your timeline before it will show, like you can see right here. So you can now drag and place it in whatever place you want to see it. So I'm just going to simply move it to this place, and you can also animate using the parameters to the left side of your screen, the scale and all of that. You can also animate this, but you can also add transition. If you switch this to effect, you can also add some other transitions right here. Let's go to the zoom and let's add zoom to this, in and out. So you can see the text simply zoom in and then zoom out at the end. So let's add other motion graphics. That is where the essential graphics tab comes in handy. Just to the right side of your screen, select that. You can then browse here and see whatever preset is available. There are tons of essential graphics right here. You can also create some in After Effects and load it right here. I will show you that in subsequent Premiere Pro tutorial on how to do that. You can see this one right here. I created it in After Effects and it is here. You can just load it if you want to. So but let's just select a simple one right here. Just select this title, drag and drop it into your timeline, and that is going to automatically load it into this. So now you can edit these titles by just double clicking on the text on your screen. You can type in whatever you want to type in right here. So you can just drop your tool or you hit V on your keyboard to drop that. So if you play this back now, you see that the animation on that essential graphics comes with this. Very simple. Let's add a sound to your video editing. So you're gonna select this, go to project. There are so many ways. I just showed you in the beginning how to import using the file or Ctrl+I. Then you can also double click on this project manager window just like you have it in After Effects, and you navigate to where you have your files. I'm gonna go to where I have my sounds and then select and then hit import or open. Then just simply drag and drop it into your timeline right here, and you're gonna have this. This is gonna be very loud. Let me just lower that so that I will not disturb your ears with this music. So you can see the levels right here to the left side where you can adjust the properties. So just click on this and let's reduce this to about 25 minus 25. If your audio is slow, you can also use these levels to increase it. You can see the left, right pan. You can also work on this. Any footage or element you select on your timeline right here, you can find the properties to the left side of your screen. So now let's play back and see.
Audio Jungle.
So I'm going to hit C on my keyboard to cut this. Then I will select this part of the video and then go to Lumetri color right here. I just want to adjust the temperature. Then I will also just adjust the tint a little. Then I'm going to also reduce the saturation a bit downward. Then I'm going to make it very contrasty and also increase the contrast. These are some of the things you can do using the Lumetri color. So right now, if you preview to this point, the color of the video changes. So we can add a dark transition right here. So if you go to this, go to Effect, and let's go to the Dissolved Transitions. Go to Dissolve and then select Deep Black so that we can end our video. Now we have this. So now how do we export our video? Now to export this video, you can go to File and then go to Export. Then you select Media. That is gonna pop up a dialog box where you can set your export settings, or you can just hit Ctrl M on your keyboard or Command M on your keyboard to pop up this right here. This will actually save your last setting when you work on a project. The last settings you have right here for your export in the previous project, that is what you're gonna have. So you can always make changes to this. Right here is your preview of what you have done. So right here you can select the format. H.264 is actually very good because it is MP4, very high definition, good for YouTube, good for client, good for websites, and all over the place. You can also select H.265 if you want. It is right here. And other formats are here: AVI, GIF, MP3, MPEG-2, and even MOV file. If you have QuickTime installed into your computer, then you can have this thing right here. And Metered GIF is also here, but I highly recommend H.264 because this is very easy to play on all devices across platforms, and all platforms support this particular H.264. In the presets here, just select Match High Bitrate, which is the default one that I have selected in the beginning. This place you can just leave a comment. Then the output name right here, you can select this, name your file. Once you name your file, then you can then hit OK after selecting where you want to save that. Then you come down right here. Every other thing right here is self-explanatory: export audio and export video. Of course, these are other additional settings you can make changes. So if you come down right here, you can tweak the effect, the video, and the audio. So I'm gonna advise you leave the audio to the default, and you select the video tab right here. Select use maximum render quality. That will output the highest quality available. Then use previews. This will use the previews you have had inside the project to make the render process or the export process very fast. Every other thing, leave it at default. It's either you hit Q here to pop up the Adobe Media Anchor if you have that installed, or you just simply hit export to start your export. This will all depend on the power of your machine to determine how fast or quick this is going to render out. Now the rendering is through, so you can then navigate to where you have choose to save the file. Then you double click on it. You can then play back your video.
Audio Jungle.
Congratulations, you just successfully did your first video editing project in Adobe Premiere Pro. So this is how you can get started as a beginner in Adobe Premiere Pro. So if you have any question, leave the comment below and I'll be quick to answer your question. If there's any particular thing you want me to show you in Adobe Premiere Pro, leave it in the comment section and I will gladly did to show you. In the future, I'm going to be showing you how you can also do logo animation and all of these motion graphics right inside Premiere Pro. And I'll also show you how you can link your Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects, create essential graphics, and then use them in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you find this video useful, please hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel for subsequent and future videos like this. Do not forget to show me love, support me. You can give me super thanks if you like, or by simply sharing the video, leaving a comment and liking the video. It's a huge support and I highly appreciate it. Until I see you again on the next one, my name is SSB Otaru from MotionDigit Studios.